So now we have just our one and only Astra team, so we can now get started with actually building this beautiful website. So what we are going to go to is plugins, installed plugins. Installed plugins. Now, as you recall, we have only 2 active plugins on this site because, well, I only installed 2, which are Elementor and the starter templates. Now we are just going to go to the starter templates and click on C library. Now, basically what this is going to do is it's going to show us a whole library of like pre-made templates of different sites that we can import and then customize to build amazing websites without actually doing a lot of work. You can see various categories here or different things. Basically, this website, I'm not exactly sure which direction I wanted to go to yet, but it's probably going to be an for like probably a business website or something similar to that. So I'm going to just look for a template here in this library that goes well with that. Now to sort it out, you can see here, you can click on all, you can see all blog, business, e-commerce, order, you can see all free agency. Now the agency ones are paid actually, so I'm just going to go to free and click on that, select that. That will now filter it and show me only the free ones. Now you can search if there's already one you had in mind before. Now by the right hand side here, you see this where Elementor is selected here. If I click on it, you can see other builders. That's why we had to install the Elementor page builder too, because that's actually what we are going to be using to make changes to these templates once we import them. So I'm just going to actually scroll down. Can pick anyone you want here. Pick anyone you want here at all, but I think I'm going to go with this accountant because it's something that's going to be very nice for like a personal brand, whether it be an accountant, a lawyer, even a doctor, any person that needs a website like that for like the personal use to be very useful. If you have a website for like a business, you can use this Lendash Academy right here for like a store where they sell fashion or anything. You can use this organic store. You can see there are a lot of them, so you just have to pick your choice for a yoga instructor, a barbecue restaurant, a brand store, a life coach. You can see they are basically endless. A dentist clinic, personal fitness, a nutritionist. So I think I'm actually just going to pick one of these templates and just edit it so you know basically how it's done, that anything. Okay, so I think I'm going to pick between this accountant or the life coach we saw earlier. Here it is. I think I'm going to click on this life coach just to check it out. Now what you can see here is that these are complete websites. What I mean is that they are not just one page. You can see this life coach I just opened now. It has a home page, an about page, a work with me page, a books page, a contact page. That's 5 pages already. Just need to import them and voila, you have a new website. If you go back, you can do the same to any of the others as well. Let's check on this organic store. So it has 3 pages: home, about, contact. You can see different pages for each site. Let me check out the one I was talking about earlier. Now let me check out this barbecue restaurant. Here it is, 4 pages: home, about, menu. So I'm going to go back now and select the life coach. Here it is. Now I'm going to import the complete site. Now this is, why is it showing the barbecue here? This must be a mistake with Astra, because here it's okay, it has corrected now. I'm just going to click on import complete site. Selected website is being imported. Now this might actually take a while. Delete previously imported site, import customizer, import widgets. Now you should remember the customizer settings that were set up in the last video, obviously. So if you haven't seen that, you can check in the description. I'll link it below. Import content, yes. I'm just going to wait for it. installing plugin, there are some required plugins that it needs for, let's say, certain functionalities that will be on the demo website already. So it's going to have to install those plugins so it will display the exact same way. So now it has successfully activated Elementor header, footer, and blocks. It's importing the rest. Now, like I said, this can take anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes, depending on the size of the site and speed of the connection. So what I'm basically going to do is maybe I'll just forward this to the part where it finishes uploading. So just give me a few minutes to do that. Okay, so it's finally finished. You can see on the page here that it's done, imported successfully. That actually just took about 4 minutes, I think. So I'm just going to click on visit site. It's going to open it in a new tab, and now we can just preview how the site will actually look like. You can see, you can already see that this already looks quite amazing. It's clear, it's to the point, it's straight. Look at how beautiful this is with just a few minutes of work. This is the home page, and we go to the about page. You can see the about page too. There's just dummy text here, which obviously we are going to edit and write anything we need. My passion, different things. I shall teach you how to remove certain sections that you don't need and just leave the ones you need. Now you can go to, if you see the contact page here, see a very straight and easy contact form that you can just fill, that people will be able to fill and just get in touch with you. It's very simple. So once you are here, I'm just going to click on this my blog and go back to the dashboard. And now is when we actually start editing this template to do all the things we need to do. Now, like I said earlier, when it was installing, it installed a few more plugins. So if I go to plugins, installed plugins, we shall find some extra plugins that we did not install earlier, that the library, the demo website installed itself. For example, here we are, Elementor header, footer, and blocks, and WP Forms Lite. This was used to create the contact page. And this is probably what we're going to need to. Now, if we also go to the pages, all pages, you shall see that there are some additional pages, a lot of them actually. You can see the about page, the books page, the contact page, the home page, and some other pages. Now, later I'm going to delete some of these pages, but for now I'm just going to leave them because a lot of them we actually won't need. I think I'll just actually even delete them now. I'm going to click on the shop page, sample page, the privacy policy page, the my account page, the checkout page, and the cart page. This was probably set up because of the books page. I think the books page is a place where like the person will be able to sell things, to sell books probably, and they'll be able to place orders using a wonderful plugin called WooCommerce. But I'm just going to create a separate series on how to create a WooCommerce e-commerce store, using WordPress. So this will not be included in this tutorial. So let's click on bulk actions and just move all those to the trash. Apply. And 6 pages have been moved to the trash. Now we are just left with our home page, contact, about, books. You know what? I think I'm going to delete the books page as well. I'm going to delete the books page as well and just move that to the trash. Apply. Okay, one more page has been moved to the trash. Now we have 4 pages. So these are the 4 pages we'll be working with now. Now, before we actually start editing these pages with Elementor, I'm going to go to Appearance and go to Menus. I talked about it in a previous video, so if you've not seen it again, you should check the description for the previous videos. And here is the menu, the menu items, And it says here there are some invalid menu items. Please check or delete them. Now, this box is invalid because remember I just deleted the page. So I'm going to click on it and just get rid of it, remove, and here we are. We have 3 pages on the menu. Now the home page is not showing on the menu because, well, typically on a website, when you click on the logo, which is by the left hand side, it takes you to that home page, so it doesn't need to be included on the menu. So I'm just going to click on Save Menu, Once the menu is saved, now I'm just going to edit the home page using Elementor. So to do that, just go to pages again. I went to previously all pages, and I'm going to go to the home page. You can see here it's already written front page Elementor. I'm just going to click on edit with Elementor and wait for that to load up. Elementor basically takes a few minutes to load up, but like I said, it depends on obviously your connection and various other factors, but it shouldn't be too long. Just wait for it with the screen. Okay, it's loading. It's taking a while actually. Come on. Okay, here's the previous tab. I'm just going to close that up here. Okay. Dashboard updates. There's one more update, which is probably going to be the WordPress core update. Yes, here it is. I need to update to WordPress 5.4.1. I'm not going to update now though. So here we are on Elementor. Here it is. I'm just going to click on this out of there. Now here it is. The website looks beautiful. You can press this button here to just hide the panel, and like I said, just check out the website one more time. See how amazing it looks. Okay, so now we are going to get started with editing this website. Now here, if you remember in the last tutorial, we did some customization settings that set up this place, but now it has been overwritten by the imports, the templates I just imported. So we have to go back to the customizer one more time just to change this again. So I'm going to unhide the panel. Now we shall get started. Now, if you want to edit any of these things on this website, all you need to do is look for what you want to change and click on it. For example, this button that says start here, as I hover over it, you can see it has this pencil by the right hand side. You can just click on that, or even here, and here by the left hand side, by the left hand side, you'll see that you can have various settings that you can change and edit to make this button. Now the type defaults, you can see info, success, warning, danger. Now I recommend you leave this on default because all this basically does is change the color. Okay, you can see, and it doesn't actually, you don't need it because you can change the color yourself by providing a color code or X code. So you don't need it. Now this text starts here. I'm just going to change this to maybe contact. Just going to change that to contact me. It's very important to have a big button here on your first section on your website, because just to put people's attention. Now the link, this is basically where you want it to lead people. I'm just going to direct it to my contact page. So the link here now, it's written # so I'm just going to clean that. I'm going to put a /contact because that's the URL for the contact page. Contact. Now the alignment, you can put it center, left, right, or justified. If you put it on left, so obviously go to the left. I'm going to leave it on the center like that. The size right now it's on medium. You can make it small, you can make it medium. This is probably not reflecting because, like I said, you can change the color yourself, and you can also change the size of the button yourself. That's why it's not really reflecting here. The icon and icon spacing, just leave this for now. It's not really necessary. So after that, you leave the content and you go to the style. Now this is where you'll be able to change things as much as you want. Typography, if you click on this plus beside the typography, you can see the font family. There are a lot of fonts you can pick from. One of my favorites is Montserrat. I don't know how Montserrat. It's not showing. For now, we're just going to leave it on. You can use Open Sans as well. Open Sans. There it is. Just change it to that. Then you can change the size. You can see. This is where I said you could change the size earlier. You can make it very small, ridiculously small, or gently adjust it. I think I'm glad the way it is like this. In the weight, I'll just change that for you. Let me put this on like 300. You can see that the the weight, the size of the text inside the button has really changed. If I put it back on the 900 it was previously, you can see it's way deeper now. Okay, 900 might be too deep. I'm going to put it on 800 and just wait for it. The best thing about Elementor is as you are making the changes here, you'll be saying it immediately, so you will know exactly what you are doing, or if you are doing something wrong, you'll be able to change it instantaneously. I think that's better. The transform, this is if you want to change it to uppercase, lowercase, capitalize. Change it to uppercase, they'll all be in uppercase. There we go. Lowercase, they'll all be in lowercase. If you put it on capitalized though, only the first letter of each word will be capitalized. There it is. That's what I basically use mostly. The style, whether you want it to be italic, which I don't recommend for a button, just leave it on default. There we go. Then the next thing, the decoration. This is basically things like underline, line through. So I'm just going to leave that on default. Then the line height. If I increase this, you just see, you can see. Basically, I'm just going to take it down back. It's too small. Increase it a bit, too big. Just have to play around until you get something you are comfortable with. The letter spacing, this is just the space between each of the letters of the word contact me. I'm going to slide that. Too much. A bit. Okay, I think I'm okay with that. Then I'm going to scroll back up and leave this typography. Now, once you've done any change, remember to come down here and click on this update, this going update button to save your settings. Okay, now that has been saved. Text shadow, that's if you want to add a shadow to this your text. Basically, I don't do that with buttons, but you can if you want to add a little bit of depth to your work. But for a flat minimalistic design on your website, I wouldn't recommend it. And the border type is solid. You can see, I think I'm a bit happy with this though. You can also change the width of the border here. If I increase it, no, okay, if I increase it, you can see it's getting bigger. That's way too big. So I'm just going to take it back down to about 2. Yeah, 2 is perfect. Border type solid. You can change it to double. That doesn't show. Take it to dashed and see how it is. If you want to use this, I recommend solid. In the background color, this is basically the background color of the button. You can enter any X code for any color here and to change, or you can just use this slider, or you can also use these colors up here. If I click on this blue, you can see if I go back to the green, if you want it to be deeper, you can always drag it until you have a shade you are comfortable with. I think I'm okay with that. The text color as well, this is basically just the white that's on top. You can change that as well. So I'm going to scroll down now. The border radius is just how curved the button is. If I link this, okay, if I go here and I increase it, you can see it's now a box, a rectangle. If I increase the border radius though, you shall see that it starts curving. You can see it, that it starts curving slowly and slowly until it becomes like this. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Then the padding, basically these things, you just have to play around with them till you get something you are comfortable with. You can see increasing the padding. The padding is basically the space between the contact me and the outer, this border I set earlier. So if I increase that, this seems a bit small. I think I'm just going to, okay, I think I'm going to leave it at about 15. Yes, and that is okay. Now that is basically it for the style settings. The last settings you go to is, but before you do that, don't forget, come down here and click on update. Okay, you wait for it, and that's all. In advanced, now this I would recommend you not necessarily play around with too many of the things here if you are not really sure what you are doing. The two things you mainly focus on here are the margin and the padding. Now basically the margin is the distance from this element, which is the button we're editing currently, to the next element. So you can see here now that the top is set as 30, which is the distance from here to this swap burning fire for a swap burning out for a fire within. Wow. that touches me. If I increase this to about 50, you can see it has come down way more than before. So I'm going to put it back on 30. You can see that. And now the padding bottom will be the same thing, it's just going to be down. It's going to be distance from here to the next element. It's very easy to get. Now you can also play around with the motion effects, the entrance animation. You can see fading. You can see zoom in. See, that's actually not bad. I'm going to leave that motion effect. But I'm not going to suggest you mess with most of the things if you don't know what you are doing actually. Although this responsive will definitely still come back to this as well. I'm going to click on update, and with that we are basically done with editing that button to our taste.